Trump's Social Security betrayal. Your retirement is bleeding out, MAGA, and he's holding the knife. Listen up, MAGA faithful. You've been sold a golden dream by a man who's about to gut the one thing keeping your grandparents, your parents, and maybe even you from drowning in poverty. Social Security, that lifeline you've been told Donald Trump would protect, is now on a death spiral, and it's his grubby hands steering it straight into the abyss. You thought he was your savior? Think again. He's the executioner of your future, and the clock's ticking louder than ever. Let's rewind the tape. Before Trump swaggered back into the Oval Office on January 20th, 2025, Social Security was already limping. The Congressional Budget Office pegged its trust funds to run dry by 2034, 9 years from now. Not great, but survivable if we kept paying into it, kept the engine humming with payroll taxes. Back then, the plan was clear. Keep the contributions flowing, and even when the reserves tapped out, you'd still get about 77% of your benefits. A haircut, sure, but not a guillotine to the neck. That was the deal, until Trump got his mitts on it. Now, buckle up because the numbers are apocalyptic. With Trump's policies locked and loaded, those tax cuts on Social Security benefits, tips, and overtime pay you cheered for, the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, CRFB, crunched the math. Their verdict? Social Security's trust funds could be bled dry by 2031. That's 6 years from today, March 9, 2025. 6 freaking years. Not a decade plus like before, but a heartbeat away. And when it collapses, benefits won't just shrink, they'll crater by 33%, 1/3 of your check gone. Poof. Imagine that. Your mom's grocery money, your dad's rent, your own shaky retirement, slashed to ribbons while Trump smirks from Mar-a-Lago. You waved those red hats, chanted his name, and bought the "I'll save Social Security" line like it was gospel. But here's the gut punch. Every budget he touched in his first term proposed cuts. Every single one. Democrats in Congress played goalie back then, but now, with his second term unleashed and a GOP machine ready to rubber stamp his whims, there's no safety net left. His campaign promises, ending taxes on Social Security benefits, slashing payroll taxes, sound sweet until you realize they're starving the beast. Payroll taxes are the blood in Social Security's veins, and Trump's gleefully slicing the arteries open. Picture this, MAGA diehards, 2031 rolls around, and the trust fund's a husk. You're staring at a 33% cut, hundreds, maybe thousands less a year. That's not just numbers. That's food you can't buy, heat you can't turn on, meds you can't afford. The CRFB says Trump's agenda adds $2. $3 trillion to Social Security's shortfall over the next decade. His deportation plans? They'll rip out billions more by kicking out undocumented workers who've been paying in without ever cashing out. His tariffs? They'll spike inflation, jacking up your cost of living while your benefits rot. That old deadline gave us time to adjust, to fight, to shore things up. Now Trump's hacked 3 years off the lifeline, and he's not done. He's got no plan to fix it, no magic wand to wave. During his first term, he fiddled while the clock ticked, tossing out vague program integrity nonsense that saved peanuts, per the Congressional Budget Office. Now, with Frank Bisignano, a Wall Street fat cat with zero public policy chops, tapped as Social Security Commissioner, you think help's coming. That's like putting a fox in charge of the hen house and expecting eggs for breakfast. So MAGA loyalists feel that chill creeping up your spine. That's the dread of realizing your idol's torching the very system you'll lean on. 6 years. That's all you've got before the bottom falls out unless Trump's stopped cold. You trusted him to build walls, but he's bulldozing your retirement instead. Wake up before it's too late, because when Social Security's gone, it's not coming back, and neither is your shot at a decent old age. Trump's not your champion, he's your reckoning.